Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, my fellow Simmers and Sims 4 fans. Welcome. Okay, so I've got another build tour for you guys, another tour of one of my old past builds as part of my Memory Lane series, in which I take you through an old build of mine and I share my thought process and what I think about it today. And so yeah, I've got something for you that I want to show. And this build was inspired by Jasmine Raditz. If you don't know who Jasmine Raditz is, she is a content creator on YouTube. So yeah, I just want to show her much love because she makes a lot of realistic homes. She uses a lot of CC, but yeah, go check out her stuff. She makes amazing things. And like one of the things that are my favorite kind of builds that she makes are these single style homes. Like they look like they're one story, they have these high pitched roofs, and they're so realistic, and she does a tremendous job. And so if you not have not checked her out and you like build tours, even if you're not into CC, just for inspiration, she does an amazing job. Go check her out, please. Shout out to her. But yeah, I just wanted to share what I was inspired by and what I created based off of what I had been seeing from her, because she's a big inspiration for a lot of my one story homes. And I love that us creators can go and get inspired by our fellow peers and whatnot and just get excited and make these such cool things. So I'm gonna hop into the game really quick because we are in San Sequoia, y'all, and I've got another really cool build for you. And what I'm gonna show you is this build right here. All right, so this this is my little build right here. It's cute, it's to the point, and it's one story. So again, this is part of my Memory Lane series, in which I take you through my building journey, showing these old homes. And as you can see, your girl did not have it all together. This looks nothing like Jasmine Raditz's homes or houses, because she is very experienced. And at the time that I made this, I had been building for a while, but I still had not grasped the concept of like, how do you make roofs look good? So it was a struggle for me. And this is what I came up with. So though the exterior isn't all that, phenomenal, I really still do like this house, and I actually played in this house, had a lot of fun in this house, and I just want to share it with you guys. Want to show it off and share it with you and tell you why this is still one of my favorite houses to this day. So let's get into it. First off, let's talk about the exterior really quick. So again, a lot of Jasmine's one-story houses were known for like these like high-pitched roofs and realistic-looking builds. And so this was my attempt at building a roof. First of all, let's look at the roof piece here. Before watching her videos, I had never used this piece ever. Like this this I never used, because all my roof pieces were these little triangles right here. So this was me in my building journey, being outside of the box, trying some new stuff. And yeah, I was liking the combinations I was coming up with. And plus, y'all, you gotta learn somewhere, you gotta start somewhere. So yeah, even with my landscaping, I was still learning, y'all. I was still getting it together. But yeah, it's cute. So anyway, as I was sharing in my like last video, when San Sequoia, the Growing Together pack came out, I started making these 30 by 20 homes and only using half the lot, or somewhat using half the lot. I had this invisible line that I would not cross because we got the treehouse. So I shared this in my previous video of, if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you have Growing Together, it comes with this treehouse. So even though I wanted to make this house in mind for a single sim living in this household. I did want to upload it to the gallery for you all to play with, and you might want to play with a family, and so I did make this customizable for a family, and you'll still have this gameplay so that anyway, you still have the space on the lot for you to fit the full treehouse if you want to play with kids and a growing family. So that was my thought process with that. Anyway, so yeah, right now I got these 2 trees here as placeholders. Well, actually, I have 4 trees on this lot, but you know, it's blending in so well. And so what we're looking at, this is the exterior to a 3-bedroom house. And I love it so much, and I'm gonna tell you why. I started making garages on my builds, and oh my gosh, I fell in love with the idea of a driveway and a walk up and all of that. So let me actually take you inside. So let's go down to the main level. And yeah, I'm gonna go on inside here. So the cool thing with this lot is that compared to what I used to do, the living room is towards the back of the house. Now, I was so used to making houses in which the living room was at the front and you have the grand door and then the living room right off to the side with the window to the outside. And this was different because I made a house to where it's, you know, all that open living concept, living room, dining, kitchen was all to the back, which is realistic for a lot of real life homes as well. I just had never tried this different sort of style. And so once I started doing it, I loved it. So anyway, you can see that the living room is to the back here, and we'll get there, but let's talk about what do you see when you walk through the door. So here's the front door. And again, I was obsessed with putting windows by the front door because I had been seeing that a lot in photo references. But anyway, you sort of have this entryway walk-in. And I've done this quite a few times in a lot of different homes since I've done this. But I believe this was my first time trying it and I really liked it. So basically you got an entryway table. I put a little coat hanger here. And of course I always put the little umbrella stand. I love that from Seasons. So you come in, pick your umbrella. Imagine taking your shoes off here. That's why I put a little chair for realism. And a little mirror. You could check yourself before you go out. And some family photos on the wall so you can see who lives here. Love that. These photo frames are from Growing Together, if you're wondering. So I love putting these in family homes because then you can have at it. Now, usually you'd have to unlock this through gameplay by the family reunion event, but you know, I just go ahead and put them in builds because I don't think they should be locked. I think that you should be able to have fun right away and go ahead and, you know, post your family photos up. But anyway, of course we got our thermostat, and that is that. That is our, you know, our entryway hallway. Pretty good looking to me. Now, right off of this hallway, we have doors here and here. So I'm going to go this way because as you saw, we do have a garage and you needed some place to access that garage. So here it is. So as you can see, this is our garage, and realistically you probably can't fit a car in here, but it doesn't matter because you can't drive in The Sims. But anyway, I was obsessed with having garages at the time, and you know, instead of them being empty, I wanted some sort of functionality for them. So in this case, this is the laundry room. So if you like laundry, especially with having family gameplay, this will be great for you because you can come on out here and just have yourself a fest with laundry day. And also I put a cot in here because this is for the Growing Together world. So if you have a stayover guest and you want them to come over, then this is great for you. Now, again, I mentioned that I built this home with a single sim in mind. So the idea was that whoever lived here, they lived here alone, but it is a 3-bedroom house, so you could start a family if you wanted to. But I thought, how nice would it be to play up the story of someone living here and then falling in love and then starting their family. So here's another room right off of that garage, and it is a powder room because you need somewhere for your guests to go pee and tickle. So this was nice, and it's not a full bathroom because you don't need your guests accessing the tub, not always. So anyway, this was a nice feature to have. And on the other side, we get the main primary bedroom. So here's that bedroom, and it's a nice size too. I believe it's a five, either a 5x5 or a 5x4. I'm thinking it's a 5x5. So it's a nice spacious bedroom because you can see how comfortably it fits a desk in here, and you still have a walkway. I want to say I had just got high school years at the time, and I was just blown away by the objects and build by in that pack as well. So it paired well with growing together. And yeah, I was just obsessed. So this was sort of like the default theme that I had picked out and chose. And again, you could make this however you want to. This is just placeholder furniture, but it's pretty cool. Really like that. And you get this gorgeous view of the outside. So where this window would usually show an interior with a living room, this is now like the main bedroom window, and it's gorgeous. You get this nice street view. And I did put photo frames here for you to have pictures of your family as you're sleeping. And I did make an ensuite because this house is not an older style house. This was made much later, so ensuites were in mind for the everyday home. And pretty cool. Now, outside of this room, now we get to like the really cool part. All right, so one of the cool things about being inspired by Jasmine Raditz is, one, let me just clarify, this is not a copy of her house or her layout. I just was inspired by her style and a lot of things she did. So a lot of what I saw from her was angles too in house. Like she would do these kitchens where she would have these realistic kitchens, and they would be angled like this. Like she'd have a pendula in the kitchen in which the counter is angled. And I love that, and I tried to recreate it. So this is what you're seeing here. So we'll get into that. The other thing that became a staple in this house is the angled fireplace, because I had never tried an angled fireplace before, and I wanted to. And once I did it, I fell in love because look how good it looks. It makes the space so inviting in here. So I love seeing all this all together. So let's take this in slowly. We'll start with the little kitchenette area. So this is my dupe for The Sims 4. Trying to recreate that angled counter, because obviously we don't have angled counters in the game. Even with Jasmine's video, she had to try to use BB move objects to try to put them there or place them there just with cheats. Now, I chose not to do that because I don't like the little glitching that happens. So I used a half wall to kind of give the illusion of an angled counter without actually having an angled counter. And I think we pulled it off with all these extra structures here. So the sink itself is so basically, let me tell you what happens. When you put an angle on this sort of grid, in fact, let me actually show you the grid. So here's the deal. If you want to recreate this yourself, what happens when you have a wall on an angle is that it crosses over 1, 2, 3 different tiles. Now, realistically, that's what it looks like. That's what we see. But in the game, it doesn't register because, in the game, you've got... Here, let me show you. You wouldn't be able to put that there because clipping, as you can see, there's clipping on the end there. Could probably get away with it here, but as you can see, that also peeks out a little bit, so it wouldn't match up. So hence I had to use end pieces. Now again, I can't remember if you can actually cook on these end pieces. I don't believe you can. So this is now just a sink feature. You can add the dish clutter object if you want to, or any type of appliance can fit here. But yeah, you can't cook on these actual counters. And that's not a bummer because you may want to, enjoy this sort of look and vibe, and not have, so much going on right here. But that is okay. And I've offset it with just a trash can. So this was the best that I could do at the time to kind of give the illusion of an angled counter. And then we just sort of did the same on the opposite side. We added bar height counters, and they look good. So yeah, it reminds me of the real life, sort of counter setup in which you'd have the sink on one side and then like your bar stools on the other. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about and you've seen this before. So I've just placed that on the other side. And again, I used the end pieces to pull it off because I probably could have got away with 2 full pieces, but I want to say I liked how this looked. And yeah, so that's what we went with. Anyway, let's get into the other side of the kitchen. It's still a nice sized kitchen because as you can see, we get this nice window view outdoors. So not only do we get our corner sink, we get our window view when we're cooking. And a lot of times when we're playing a game, we're going to be turning our cameras over, watching our sim cook at the stove anyway. So this is a good view to have, and you got plenty of counter space. So that's plenty of room for cooking together as a family, and for just putting some appliances up if you want to have additional gameplay and make specific meals. So I like that. And I always love when I have these open shelves in the kitchen because again, if you have cottage living, you can make preserves, or if you're into crafting, maybe you want to craft some fizzy juice with eco lifestyle or some nectar with horse ranch. You have the storage space to keep them inside and in your kitchen. So I really like that. And the kitchen is tucked away like you'd see in modern day kitchens. They have their own spot in the kitchen, so I put it below a cabinet and it looks really good. So love that. And I like how we paired this off with this other end piece. So this is really nice. If you like that realistic vibe, then you will enjoy a house like this. Now, this kind of goes, over to the exit access point where you can, exit the house and go off into like the little patio decking. So, you know what? Let's check that out now. Go ahead and check that out. Oh, and peep the frames on the wall, so you can still have a view of your family in the house at all times. But anyway, yeah. We still got this little area where you could access the, side yard. And like I said, plenty of space. You can't see it because I'm in tab mode, but there are trees here. If you're just zoomed out, you may not see it. But yeah, there are trees here. So whether you have the tree house or not, like I said, I was playing with a single sim, so she had no need for the tree house. So she could just come out here and set up a backyard cookout if she wanted to, or just, a little barbecue get together if she wanted to. But yeah, this is just her little quaint, hangout space. And again, if you're playing with a family, there is a water balloon bucket over here if you just want to have some fun, and it's right next to the water hose. So I was very thoughtful. But yeah, let's get back into the build. All right, so back inside the house, I like that it's so cozy and quaint in here. Like everything, like there's enough space for everything, but it's not too cramped, right? So there's still space to move around and maneuver. So we've got this dining setup, and at the time I was a little bit obsessed with the Jungle Adventure chairs because they look so normal. And I know that's probably a weird thing to say, but no, for real, like a lot of the chairs that we have in the game, a lot of them kind of look similar to me. But for what I was looking for, we had none that are similar to the Jungle Adventure chairs. And so I wanted more variety when it came to that, because a lot of the furnishing department stores that I have chairs like this for dining sets. So I really like that, and I just paired it with a dream home decorator table, and it looks good. You see, as we have the little centerpiece on top. And yeah, it's beautiful. Now there's a lot of space over here. If you wanted a longer table, you could put one, and it will still work just fine. All right, and let's get into the living room. So the little living room area, this is so cute. So cute, and I love it. It's gorgeous. So anyway, um the cool thing about this house is that, one, I always love knowing where I can picture the Christmas tree. So when I built the house, I built it with the Christmas tree in here, even though it wasn't even wintertime, because I like having Winterfest gameplay in my game. And I don't know, maybe it's just a reflection of me in real life, but I like knowing where the Christmas tree is gonna go. And just seeing it as just even just a decor piece, it makes me happy. So that's what I do. And as you can see, you still have a lot of room. So if you want to swap this out, instead of having this just decorated tree, this is just a decor tree. You can't interact with it like the seasons one, but you could put the seasons one here and it'll fit just fine, and you'll still have room for everybody to decorate it. So I think that's gorgeous and cute, and it looks so nice next to the fireplace. So I love having this fireplace. Is such a vibe, especially on a corner, and having a TV above it. Like, it just looks so good. And mind you, this is the growing together fireplace. It looks so good. It just pairs so well. I love all the molding around the fireplace. I think it's a nice mixture between modern and traditional, and flat screens fit above it just fine. So really love that. I mean, in real life, you probably break your neck trying to look up that high, but in The Sims, it looks good. Anyway, I got a little coffee table nook over here, and we paired this space with the paranormal stuff pack furniture. So it came with two types of furniture styles in that pack, and this one looks so modern and contemporary to me. I feel like that would be so good for an everyday sort of contemporary house, suburban house. And so that's what I did, especially in this white swatch. So as you can see, there's a lot of browns and creams and neutrals in this house. So yeah, I think this was a good idea. So I really liked how we paired this. It looks good. Drop down below in the comments what you think about this set and the whole setup back here. I'm in love with it, still in love with it to this day. I love this fireplace, and I love this this yeah, this corner sink situation. It's beautiful, and I still have yet to recreate this corner sink, like, still to this day. Like, I made this years ago, and I still love this house. It is the only one with this sort of layout. I did attempt another house in which I did a corner fireplace, and that's another favorite of mine, and I will show you on the channel probably after this upload. I might go ahead and show you guys that. But oh yeah, also I love putting these collages on the wall. So basically what you're looking at is 3 collages put together. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is a big piece right here, and then you have the 2 single collages, all from growing together. So if you want to recreate that collage yourself, you can. And next we got a little haul. So actually, let me go to tab mode so you can see for sure, see the good layout. So this is literally the smallest hallway I've ever made, but it made a lot of sense for this sort of house. So for something realistic like this, and to where I didn't need to have this wall here, because the bedrooms are just literally right there. But as a builder, I put the wall there because I wanted the space for the collages, and it makes sense, and it kind of brings it all together. Instead of staring at doors, you're staring at a nice focal point on the wall. But anyway, let's get into it. There are 2 bedrooms over here, 2 additional bedrooms. And oh, am I tripping? There's another door. I'm like, where's the extra bathroom if there? So there, yeah. See, this is the builder and me thinking there are 3 doors over here, and you wouldn't know that because I covered them up with walls so that you can have this gorgeous view. Anyway, so there's literally a bathroom right here. So this is a full size bathroom, and so with all the houses, not the houses. I was about to say all the bedrooms, and the primary room has an ensuite, so you don't have to worry about who's in the primary room. Um, but yeah, the secondary rooms, this would be what they would share. So it looks good, and of course we had to use the growing together features, the wallpaper, the sink, the shower tub combo. Yeah, so everything's modern and up to date in this house. And then we got a bedroom right here. So legit, this is a full size bedroom. Um, it's a little on the small side, but you could fit a full bed here. So you could fit a full bed and 2 nightstands. But you can't fit a desk in here. But you do have a closet, so that's a plus. So all you gotta do is plop your full size bed and your nightstands, and this bedroom is pretty much ready to go. So love that. If you want to get rid of the closet, you can, and just, put a desk there if you want to. But yeah, this is nice. And then the other bedroom, I played in this bedroom a lot. I had a sim purchase this house, and I transformed this into her office. So like I said, this is a good, like, sort of good starter home. It's not priced at starter value, but it's a good starter home for those of you just, wanting to start a family. I think this is good. If you don't care about money, and you just care about the realism of it all, this is good for that. But yeah, I remember I changed this into my whole office. I had a social media influencer sim, and she was just on the come up. She had this house, and her video station was in here. It was a whole thing. So I had good times in here. And then to help us pay rent, we had a roommate. So our roommate stayed in this room over here. So all those memories are coming back to me. And I remember I locked the roommate out of the house because she was flirting with my sim. So I locked her out because she was on demon time. But anyway, um, yeah, I love this house. It looks so good. It's beautiful. It has these staple features in here that are just gorgeous. And yeah, I love it. So this is a nice house. If you are interested in the layout, I will do an overhead so you can see. But yeah, I like how versatile this is. So like I said, if you have a family, let's say you have a couple here and you have an infant, you want to raise them up, and then you guys get on your second child. A lot of people have second children. uh, then you have another room for that. Again, this is a good starter. And then, if you do have a visitor or stay over guest, they can stay in the garage if you'd like that. Or if you want to give up your room, you can stay in the garage. That's so believable. But anyway, if you're also into any other hobby or activity, this is a good space to put that extra object or hobby item. But yeah, this is the overview, and again, you got plenty of space out here. If you wanted to expand, you can, because you got heck of space on this lot. So yeah, that is that is my little house. This is my little house that could. I was so proud of it, and I had a lot of fun in this house and a lot of good memories. So yeah, there you have it. Oh, if you're interested in this house, look, it's old, it's not the prettiest, but if you think this looks amazing and you really like the interior like I do and you want to give it a shot, by all means feel free, my love. So this is called Single in Sequoia, and this is how I spell Sequoia, Uoia. It is a 30 by 20 lot, of course. It's 3 bedrooms, and like always, you can find it under my gallery, Marsha Tac 12. So there you have it. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and exit the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, for hanging out with me, for spending some time. I had a good time. And again, go check out Jasmine Raditz. She's such a cool content creator. She has so much cool realistic builds. So show her some love and some support. And thank you guys for watching my video. All right, until next time, bye.